I don't know, there's still some stuff in the basement.
What basement?
Ooh.
Give me the Bengals. Who did? Who did?
Yeah.
Don't take any.
Yeah, don't take any hate. If you're a coach of a football team, don't ever take any. Ever. It'll work out. Just ask Mario Cristobal.
Because Michael Penix is going to bring that big Penix energy.
Because I don't really know what Jason Garrett did. I think somebody just flushed the toilet down the hall.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to hear flushing from
I was like, is it raining in here?
The basement.
The basement. Welcome to the basement.
for you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the basement. My name is Zander. I'm here with Cole Weber once again. And today we have another guest in the house. Cole, would you like to introduce our guest today?
Absolutely. Some of you may know her as Mrs. Rutkowski. We know her as Emily, a soccer player, a track athlete, a former editor of the Pacific Index. Goes under a lot of names, wears a lot of different hats.
That's true.
Nice to see you here.
Thanks for having me,
welcome
guys.
to the
I'm
basement.
stoked.
Yes, this is the
I
basement.
love
Look,
it down here. This is super nice.
We can see the pipes up in the ceiling.
If you're lucky, a toilet will flush and you will hear it.
Yeah, maybe some water will drip down on us too.
That probably will happen by the time we're done with this. Well, thank you for joining us. Emily, soccer player, track athlete, holds the record at Pacific for the indoor 400-meter dash with a time of 59.79. We got some wheels in here, and we only get fast athletes on the show. So our first question, though, we got to get this out of the way. Where do your sport loyalties lie in terms of teams that you enjoy or players or anything like that?
Who do you like to watch? Who's your team? Somebody asks you, who's your team?
That's
what would you say?
funny. I actually, I have played sports my entire life, and I just, will go to any single, sporting event. If my sister's a huge baseball fan, so I went to a lot of, Diamondback games growing up, Cardinals. My aunt was a season ticket holder for the Cardinals, so I got a lot of Larry Fitzgerald time growing up. I actually met him one time at sushi when I was, 13. Yeah, no big deal. But as far as, right now, I think I follow the Thorns the most.
Okay.
The United States.
Women's team?
Yep. I don't really follow.
Hey, how do you
men's
feel
team
about their last
at all.
performance at the World Cup?
Yeah, that was really sad. Did you watch a documentary on Netflix about it?
No, there was a documentary.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, there's a women's sports documentary. It's gonna be bomb, and it was actually awful. I think they planned the documentary they were having high hopes that
Yeah,
they
a
were
Last
gonna
Dance
win.
kind of,
They were gonna win the
Yeah.
whole World Cup because that's what everybody thought. But then they shit the bed. So then the documentary just got awful. So you don't even want to watch it on Netflix.
What was their problem? Wasn't it just there's a bunch of new, younger women, and then it was the old.
I think
the
there's
Latinos
exactly
and all
that. I
them.
think there's no gap in the middle. So
No
Rose
bridge.
Lavelle was out, Mal Pugh was out, and that's the middle bridge gap. So I think there's way too many veterans and then way too many new newbies Rodman, and then you had an Alex Morgan, and then you just had no gap. So I just think they played without cohesion, and they were
Played
not.
as two separate groups.
Yeah, exactly.
Who won the World Cup? 'Cause when
Spain.
US lost,
It was- yeah.
Spain did win. Okay.
Did you just watch the game? I think it was a couple weeks ago. I don't know who they were playing.
Lost
it was
to
a
Mexico.
cup. Well, the one where it was pissing rain, where it was disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that? And
Concave, right?
one of the
Yeah.
players tried to pass it back to the goalie, and it just didn't move.
Yeah,
and just
that was
fell
the
off of
Gold
it.
Cup. Gold Cup.
Gold Cup, okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, then a fight almost broke out, and then they were versing Colombia. Alex
awesome.
Morgan got feisty. Yeah.
Alex Morgan, one of my favorite.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Soccer
she's
players
good.
ever.
She's good.
Well, let's. Where are you from? Where you grow up? What's your hometown like?
On my roster on Go Boxers, it says Mesa, Arizona, but I was actually, I actually am from Gold Canyon, Arizona, so yeah.
Tony! No.
Yeah, pretty much. The hospital I was born at is Mesa, Arizona, but my residence is in Gold Canyon, Arizona.
Gold Canyon, is that near Phoenix? Where's that? What's
It's
that close
on.
to?
It's east. It's very much east, underneath the Superstition Mountains. Which, if you ever get,
Superstition Mountain.
wait,
dude,
break
they're
those down.
beautiful. They're huge and they're purple and yeah, and they're pretty hidden. Honestly, I mean they're not. They're fucking huge, but literally a lot of people don't know about it. So I like to brag that I live right underneath the Superstition Mountains. If you pulled up a picture, they're banging.
Well, maybe we'll check it out for spring break.
Yeah, while you're there,
Yeah.
yeah. Go to Gold Canyon. You're gonna be shocked about how beautiful it is. See?
Oh, wow.
Superstition Mountains.
Those are pretty.
No, they're big. Yep.
So is your house like right there? I think I
Yeah,
see it.
they're no. Actually, on that photo, you can see my house. I'm like right here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
One of the tiny buildings.
Yeah, but like at least you know where it's at. Yeah.
That's super funny.
That is
Yeah.
cool, though.
So I don't live in Phoenix. I live really east of Phoenix.
Way east of Phoenix.
But technically, it's
okay.
still the valley. So yeah.
Still pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, then while you were out there, when did you realize you wanted to start playing sports?
I played sports actually my entire life. My dad, he had me in karate.
Wow.
Yeah, I got to
Not kung fu.
No, I got to a purple belt, and then I was just
Wow.
like so over it. So then I stopped that. And then he wanted me to be a softball player. My dad was like huge about me being a softball player. So I played actually like club softball all the way up until freshman year of high school. And then I made varsity as a freshman. And then the girls that were seniors were just absolute meanies. So then I quit, and track was the same season as softball. And like I just played a sport every single season growing up, and then also club soccer. So I was like, I can't not only do club soccer. I need to play a high school sport if I'm quitting softball. So that's how I joined track, just because I got bullied by a bunch of seniors on the softball team.
Thanks to them, we now have a record holder at Pacific
Yeah.
University in
Yeah,
track.
thanks. I
butterfly
won't
effect's
name
kinda
drop
crazy.
you, but
You can,
Call him out.
I mean-
name
no,
by name.
no,
hey,
no.
everyone has their own path.
Her name is Alex. She was
Oh.
really mean. No, just kidding.
So you started playing soccer, I'm assuming the entire time.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
played
Club
soccer.
softball.
Yeah, I played soccer. I really got into competitive like club soccer like 7th, 8th grade. So that's like softball was already fizzling out, but I stayed with it because of my dad. And then once I got to high school, I did cross country in the fall, and then
So soccer wasn't a fall sport for you.
no, soccer is winter in Arizona.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Huh, I
Here.
Yeah, it's weird.
fall.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like I would have been a phenomenal basketball player, but I could never play basketball because it was soccer
Always
was in
playing
the
soccer.
winter. Yeah, so now I'm in the intramural league here. It's going pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I fouled out the last 3 games, but I'm working on
You
it.
fouled out.
Yeah.
know
Well, I
you
didn't
could
know
do
it was
that in
5.
intramurals.
I didn't know you could only get 5.
Oh yeah,
I
you
like-
were trying to hit the 6.
I don't even know if I've gotten more
Thank you.
than
I
one.
was saying that's
Yeah.
hustle too. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I didn't know they kept track of individual fouls.
I mean, if someone's
some of them
Yeah.
forget to keep track of the team fouls.
No, exactly. But
Yeah.
then, yeah, Riley Price, former basketball player, fouled me out. So thank you, Riley. Yeah.
Thanks, Riley.
that is so funny.
Yeah. But then in high school, I did, cross country, soccer, track, all through high school.
All through high school. So when did you start playing soccer? Like, was that kindergarten?
Oh,
first
yeah,
grade?
really young. I have a twin sister, so me and her played soccer all the way up until.
You have a twin sister?
I do. I have a twin sister, but we did everything opposite. So, like, in soccer, she was a defender and I was a forward. And then in track, she did distance and then I did sprints. So, like, we did everything together, but we found our separation to, like,
Right.
not
No
kill each other.
competition.
Yeah.
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 Very nice.
Didn't want people to.
So you've tried a bunch of sports, obviously.
Yeah.
While you were growing up, did the favorite one interchange throughout, or have you always had one and you've been
Were you
like,
always a
oh, like
soccer-
soccer?
Soccer.
first?
Soccer is definitely my favorite because of the social aspect too. I just like, number one, I love that I got to run around all the time and I got to be active and foul people. I was
There you go.
awful forward, honestly. Like I don't know how I stuck with that in high school. Once I got to college, my coach realized I had no offensive mind whatsoever. So then I just kind of stayed in the back line. And I played winger sometimes because I could run forever, but. Yeah, but then track. I honestly did not want to do track in college. In high school, I had a lot more offers for track than I did soccer. I had
Wow.
no offers to play soccer, honestly. Pacific, Lewis and Clark, Santa Cruz, and a couple just D3s and smaller schools.
And that was just for soccer.
That was for soccer, but
Okay.
track I had a ton of D2. I had a couple D1, a ton of D3, and I just did not want to run in college. I was like, nope, I'm not interested in that whatsoever.
Wow.
You just actually answered one of our other questions.
Yeah.
We were going to ask you what other schools were looking at you for soccer and track. And why don't you tell us what the recruitment was actually like? What led
Yeah.
you to Pacific?
Well, track, I was recruited a lot more in high school, but I remember my coach like handing me like envelopes that they would send to like our front office and be like, hey, you got like a track envelope, and I would just throw that at the bottom of my bag, and like I wouldn't even open it. I'd be like, no, thank you.
It was University of Oregon.
Yeah, I was like, bottom of my bag. No, GCU. I actually went on a tour, and I decided no, I do not want to run track. My mom was like, you could go here, and it'd be wonderful. You'd be close to home, and I was like, I'm not gonna run every single day in college. Like, I don't want to do that. And I honestly didn't have like a great like a high school coach besides Spadafino. So Spadafino somehow sees it. She was my hurdle coach, and she's the reason I'm still hurdling. Yeah. I didn't really like my other coaches. So then
If y'all are watching, hey.
yeah, I didn't really like you guys. Sorry, you knew it.
Salute to you.
Yeah, you knew it. So then I just like ended up picking soccer, and I like picked soccer because I don't remember even how I got recruited. I think I met one of the coaches in Vegas at like it was an assistant coach. Yeah, in Vegas, and he was like, hey, you should check out like Pacific, and then Lewis and Clark reached out to me too. So it was like, I was like, okay, I'll check out like the Northwest Conference. Yeah. And then I came here and I ended up loving the soccer coach, which I ended up hating. So, which is crazy.
See, that just
I'm
goes
gonna
to show
have
the
so many
recruiting.
haters after this. But no, yeah. So I picked Pacific, really liked the coach, had a really great 4 years here, and then once COVID happened, I was like, I need to. Freshman and sophomore year, I wasn't really playing on the soccer team like at all. I wasn't really getting any time. I still loved the atmosphere of it, but I was like, I need like my athletic validation back somehow, like, and
See some minutes.
yeah, I was like, I'm like, I've done sports my entire life, and it is like a shock when like you come to like college and like,
And you're not the star.
yeah,
You're not the one.
yeah, and I was like,
Yeah.
I just don't want to do this. So then Ryan Hunter Sims, who's like my head track coach right now, he was our athletic like conditioning coach,
Okay.
and I was like, Ryan, I did hurdles in like high school, and he was like, oh, okay, and I was like, no, like I swear, like I'm decent, like, so then
D2 offers.
yeah. So then, like, he looked at my, like, 300 hurdle time in high school, and he was like, okay, yeah, you can join the team. And we
that
were,
was,
like,
wait,
pretty
what
close.
year was that? That was your
Sophomore year.
Sophomore
no,
year.
freshman. It was my freshman year, but then COVID hit. And I got knee surgery freshman year. So I just did not run track freshman year.
Freshman year.
So then sophomore year, I was still yapping to him about it when we came back. So then he was like,
So something just clicked in your mind. You didn't want to run, but then you were sitting there and you're like, you know what?
I can run.
I was
Gotta
like,
go get the glory back.
Yeah, I was like, I can run still. Let's do this. Yeah. Since sophomore year happened, and yeah, so COVID was like wiped out there's no track season my freshman year, and I got knee surgery, so it wouldn't have mattered. And then sophomore year, soccer got pushed into the spring season, so it was like that modified year.
That was
so
weird,
funky.
weird
That was
year.
such a rough time.
We went from football to baseball to basketball all in the span of like 2 months. It was,
That's
It
insane.
was awesome. I can't believe that was a real time. It was
Yeah,
nuts.
I still like look at it. I'm like, whoa, I don't know how we did that. But so then Ryan was like, you still interested in track? I said, yes, I am. So then I ran like one meet my sophomore year, in the 400 hurdles. I qualified for conference in that meet.
Wow.
And
What was
then,
your time? Do you remember your time?
Oh, it was god awful. It was like,
Okay.
it was like 9 seconds off my PR right now. It was like,
Wow.
but it was
So
enough to
improvement,
make conference. Yeah, I think it was like a 70, but it like worked.
For which race?
400 hurdles.
400 hurdles.
Yeah, so then
That's
I
brutal.
did that, qualified for conference, and then I was like, he was like, okay, I guess you're going to the conference championship. So I was like, sweet. Yeah.
I guess you're in. Well,
Yeah.
one thing that we asked Zion about in our last episode was, since he played football and basketball, how different the culture is like between sports. And Cole, he brought up, because he was, I mean, you can talk about it if you want to, but he was going to play basketball and football. And for him, he made football friends way easier than, possibly in basketball. Was there a difference for you there, or was one easier than the other?
I think, like, it's different when you're coming in the fall, especially as a freshman, because you don't have any other friends beside your team.
That's exactly how it was for me. I came in, met all the football people. That's the only people I saw for 3 weeks during fall camp. So I made all my friends. Didn't know anybody in basketball. I was just like, I'm just gonna stick with this football thing.
Yeah, so that's like kind of exactly how I felt too. Like, it was nice because you already had like a group of friends before school even started, but soccer is just easy. So like I had like 25 built-in best friends already before school even started. And then track, My first friend was Dina. She is on the cross team right now, and she was doing 4 hurdles at the time. So, yeah, Dina was my first friend, and then Annie Berry. So then those two, we kind of just, like, clicked. And then I met everybody through track, and, like, track, honestly, now is, like the best. Like, I love everybody on my track team. We have such good culture. So I couldn't say I like one over the other because they're so different.
Right.
But track is like 70 people, and then soccer is like 25 girls.
Right.
So it's definitely 2 different cultures. But
Is it different because track is more individual and like you kind of spend your time doing different things than the other people, while soccer it's just you're all doing the same thing at every practice?
Yeah, like track I don't see 80% of them every single day. Like I
Yeah.
don't interact with the distance people because they practice like on their own, and I don't practice with the throwers because they practice on their own.
Yeah.
So I really only see my hurdle group. So that's
Okay.
like 8 of us. So
Yeah, I always remember because I did track only for a couple of years in high school, and I really love. I mean, I love the atmosphere, but like track meets were fun. Like I mean, all my events were like back to back to back to back, so I hated that hour stretch of the meet. But
Yeah.
like just hanging out, like practice, just doing throws, it was always a good time. It was always
Yeah.
the community of track was because the difference between football, basketball, and track was like
It's
it
night and day.
It took me out completely. I was like, this is a whole different world that we're in.
Kind
And
of
it
get
was
to
fun.
hang out for a little bit.
It was like
I only ran track 1 year. I ran track in 8th grade. I did baseball and track at the same time,
yeah.
and it was really just
Would you run?
go. I ran the 400 was my best event, and then I ran the 200. I ran the 100 a little bit, and I 4x1 and 4x4.
Yeah, that's insane too because like high school, I think that's the reason I didn't want to do college track because high school they overwork athletes like to an insane amount. Like I look back on it now, every single track meet I was running 4 events. I did the 100 hurdles, the 4x1, the 300 hurdles, and then the 4x4, and like that was seen normal. And like
Our
you just
coaches would
said,
make
you
us
went back
do,
to back
like-
to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. So I did shot put, the 100, high jump.
You ran the 100?
100 high jump, and I was on the 4. Dude, I was 170
overwork
pounds.
you,
Dude, I
yeah.
was so small back then. I was pretty quick. I was pretty.
Oh, I
quick.
was like 15 pounds less than I am now. Like it's insane. Like, and I like we like talk about
That's
it
not
now,
me.
and it's like whoa. Like I don't know how you like can do that. Like
No,
if
it's
I try to
crazy.
run 4 events in a track meet now, like that'd just be insane.
I don't know if our coaches made a requirement, but I'm pretty sure we had to do 3 at least.
Yeah,
and they were
no,
like,
us
we
too.
did too, yeah.
yeah.
I
would
But then
do
they're like,
5
well, you're doing
sometimes.
3,
Yeah.
you might as well do
5.
4, and it's like.
Yeah, and you think about like high school athletes, like how like no.
It was rough. And then I have to switch from my throwing shoes to my sprinting shoes, back to my throwing shoes, back to my sprinting shoes, which are also my jumping shoes. And
Yeah.
It was just a lot. It was
Yeah.
Do everything. Just an all-around athlete.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, I was like 50 pounds ago, and I could jump a little higher and move a little quicker. But yeah, that
I want
was
to
me.
I want to run the 400 and just see how
You
much
should.
better.
Today.
Well, that's
Basement
like,
on the go. do a
you
little
should just
track
like
it.
go and try it out, and then like train every single day, and then try it out again in a month. Like that's why running's so cool because if you stay consistent and you like actually train hard, like you can
You'll
knock
see
down
improvements.
time so quick. Yeah.
Let's do a track and field day with the basement.
We
We
should.
take the cameras out to the track,
That'd
and
be
we
hilarious.
just do our
You
time.
get to see him running.
Mic
You
you
get
up,
everybody.
bro.
We get everybody to run with the camera.
I'll just have the stopwatch and I'll be screaming at you
Yes,
guys.
yes, that would be so funny.
Zander, drop the hammer, go!
That would be super fun.
Unhatch the wagon!
I can't, coach. I can't. That's super funny.
Oh, do you know where Dina went to high school?
Lebanon.
Lebanon.
Lebanon?
Lebanon?
Lebanon.
There you go.
Yeah, there
we
you
went
go.
to high school together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's a year
I
older than
didn't
me.
know that actually.
Yeah. Yeah,
The
Dina's,
more you know.
Dina's awesome, huh? You knew she did track in like high school and
Yeah.
stuff? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had classes together. We were in leadership together for like 2 or 3 years.
Dina's one of those people, like, she's, like, actually my favorite training partner because, like, she will, like, push herself until she cannot. Like, and it's just, like, okay, Dina, I don't think you need to do that extra, like, 5 sprints right now, but she will.
Oh,
Like,
she would kill herself in the weight room because we would have our morning
yeah.
our morning lifts. Oh my goodness, she would fail harder than anybody. Like just like maxing, her fails were. It's like, oh my God, did you hurt yourself?
no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's, like, Dina's problem is that she overworks. But, like, if you want,
Sounds
yeah.
a good problem to have. Though.
No, yeah, if
But-
you want somebody that's going to, like, grind, like, a workout and, like, she's the number one person I'm calling if I'm like, hey, like, I want to, like, do a workout right now. Spontaneous workout. Dina's like, okay, I'm in.
She's
So,
always in. That's like the best training partner.
Yeah,
you
she's
go.
always in. Yeah.
And she's Russian. which
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything, but I do know that about her.
Fair enough.
She is Russian. Yeah,
Yep,
she has like
yep.
8 siblings.
Yes, she does.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Fair enough. That's a lot. That is a lot.
Mhm.
Well, growing up, what was your favorite athlete, or who was your favorite athlete growing up, if you had one,
Wait, can I
or
guess?
multiple?
Can I
Yeah, go
guess?
ahead. Soccer.
I'm gonna guess. Oh, soccer. Damn it.
Mhm.
I was gonna say Sidney McLaughlin.
Yeah, that'd be like now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Soccer wise, what year were you born? 2000. So you were
Mhm.
growing up.
He's really breaking this down.
She's retired now, if that helps.
How long ago did she retire?
Like a while, like almost like 6 years.
6 years. Damn it.
She's like known for heading the ball really well. Yeah, Abby Wambach.
Damn
Yeah.
it. You said header, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
ah,
Hey,
damn
shout
it.
out Ethan.
Yeah,
It
I
is-
met
it has been
Abby
more than
Wambach,
6
so
years.
like I was.
Really?
Yeah, I met her and she signed my soccer ball when I was like 10 years old in like
Really?
yeah in
Where
like
was that at?
Phoenix.
Oh, in Phoenix.
Yeah, it was like I still remember it was like Kick for the Cure. So it was like during October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and like they were there like training and stuff, and she was walking out of the bathroom while I was walking in, and I had my soccer ball. Yeah, and I like.
You're bringing it
Abby,
into the
did you
bathroom?
wash your
Yeah,
hands?
no, like it was in my bag. It was in my bag. Like you know how you can stick
Oh,
your
yeah,
soccer
yeah.
ball. Yeah, and I literally like screamed. I was like, ah! And then I'm like, can you please send my soccer ball? She's like, I don't have a like Sharpie on me. Like and, like I'm going back out, and I was like, I don't have a Sharpie on me. But then a mom, like yeah, a team mom
Wow.
like had one, and like the team mom like pulled out her fanny pack, and I was like, I forever love you.
That is.
Yeah.
Shout out.
To her.
Shout out, mom.
Yeah, so I still have it. And then like yeah, Abby Wambach signed that soccer ball, and then also Carly Lloyd. Yeah,
Carly
and Julie Ertz.
I was gonna say Julie Ertz.
Yeah, she's from Arizona actually. She
Oh,
played for Arsenal. So yeah, I have I have like the OG team like
Yeah.
sign that ball.
I
It's
didn't
in my
know-
closet
I didn't realize
in
that
Arizona.
Abby Wambach, she retired in 2015.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think
I
it was like
thought she was,
10.
like,
yeah, like
almost
8
10
years
years
ago.
ago. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I
Mhm.
thought it was more than that.
Mhm.
10 years ago. That's
She's my
crazy.
favorite player to use in FIFA.
That's-
When I do women's, I pick USA and just
Yeah.
kick it up. Head that. She was good at headers. She was
Yeah, that's what I'm
really
saying.
good.
Mhm.
That's sick. 10 years ago. That's wild.
Yeah.
Times sports have changed a lot. Well, that brings us into our next question.
Mhm.
So we were at the speaker yesterday.
Yeah.
And we wanted to ask you personally, how have you felt women's sports changing over the last 10, even 5 years? And if anything that you've seen in your sports, whether it's here at Pacific, even in high school, or just on a broader scale.
Mhm. Like how women's sports are changing, like in the media, or just like our
Any way you want to take it.
Mhm.
yeah.
Anyway, and anything that you've just personally maybe felt
Mhm.
in your sporting career.
I think now like there's obviously like a ton more that needs to be done just to like level the playing field.
Right.
But I think for media, like if you look at like women's college basketball, like and thank you to Caitlin Clark, that's helped a lot. But like people are watching like a lot more, which is really cool, and the viewership is up. I think I heard our Northwest Conference, actually, this is cool. Like, the women usually play at 4, and then men's basketball plays after them at, like, 6. I think they're going to start, like,
No,
switching
they
that
did switch that this year. I
Yeah, so
think.
next year, I think it goes into action where, like, the men will play at 4, and then the women will play at 6, which I think is, like, a huge step for just getting people to go to games.
But also, for us, just for the Pacific side, I think it doesn't really matter because there's always way more people at the women's games.
Oh, 100%.
And and I don't know if it's the time, just because it's at 4. But yeah, there's always way more people at the women's games that are first, and then less people
Yeah,
at the
because it's
men's.
usually 6 and 8. Like 6
Yeah,
p.m.
6. It's 6 and 8.
Yeah, Yeah, I
And
just
do you
think,
it's
like...
gonna? Do you think it's gonna like people are not gonna go to women's now because it's later, or you think it'll?
No,
just
I
stay
think
the-
people will 100% go because, like, I'm always late to the women's game because, like, I have practice at 4 p.m.
that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's, like, hard. Like, 6 p.m., like, people, like, in college are, like, still, like, getting out of their days and, like,
Right.
going
Getting
home.
off class.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is weird. Why there's never anybody at the. I mean, not nobody at the men's games, but there's always less at the men's than there are the women's games.
Yeah, I also think it's, like, integrating more. Like, I think track is cool because, like, when we all lift together. Like, men and women on the track team, we all lift together. And then, like, even at track practice, like, there's no reason to gender segregate. Like, we run based off time. So, like, if you're a quick, you're going to be running with the boys that are that, like, time. So there's, like, no reason where, like, sports are so gendered where it's, like, men run together, women run together, and like especially on our track team, it's so mixed. Like I'm running with boys, like people are running with. It doesn't matter. It's based off time, not by anything else. Yeah.
And has it been like that since you've been here, or
Yeah, it's been like that since I've been here. I know, but like in high school, like that's not how it was. Like
That was my next question.
Yeah.
What's like since coming from, you've been here for a few years
Yeah.
now. What's like, how has that been different from high school to being here now?
yeah, like high school, Arizona, very like conservative town I lived in, which really sucked. But it's actually Apache Junction was my high school. Yeah.
Apache Junction?
But like track practice was split, so like I would only train with like girls, and then
Really?
yeah, the guys would train by themselves. But like we'd have the same workouts, but I'd run with the girls, and the guys would, because it was just like
Wow.
already
that's
like
not how it was,
expected
yeah.
that like we were slower than the guys, which like majority of the time, yeah, we were slower than the guys, but there was some guys
that's not every time.
no, yeah, there were some guys that would gas out, or there'd be guys that like could not run like our time. So it was like interesting. Like we definitely did not need to be split, and I think the way that Pacific does it is so much better because we like push each other like based off like when I'm running with guys, like I'm trying to keep up with them, or like guys are like trying to not to lose to a girl or something like that. You know, like I'm not saying like they don't want to lose to a girl, but like the competition is like much more like intense, I guess, when you're running like that. Yeah,
because when I was in high school, everyone ran together. From what I remember, throwers, runners, jumpers, like everything was all together.
Yeah, we'd all warm up together, but then when we went to like,
you would go to your
then you'd go,
When you did track in high school, was it together or was it separate? Because I knew you did track too. It was together? Okay.
Yeah, it would just be like the hurdlers would go, men and women, and then the sprinters.
Yeah, like, I mean, we did the same workouts, but, like, the girls would all line up together. And then the
interesting.
guys would all line up together. So it really wasn't until, like, Pacific that I was like, oh, like, why did we ever do that in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, well, I'm glad it's definitely better here. And you'd definitely say Pacific's just been better in that department of making sure things are just more equal, or do you think it's, as you've been here, because you've been here now 5 seasons of sports?
I mean, you kind of like always have to like follow the money when you're like seeing if like things are like super equal. So like obviously like I don't know how the money is like given to like each team. If that'd be cool if we could look up like how Pacific like gives
That
money.
would be super nice.
Yeah, I mean there is Title IX, so like they can't be
should be-
that crazy.
right.
Like So, but I think for the most part at Pacific, like I have felt like I'm friends with a lot of athletes though, so I've never like walked into like the box, for example, and been like, oh, like I feel like I can't be here because there's too many guys. Like I'll leave when all the football players are there because sometimes it's smelly, but like
I mean, fair
yeah,
enough.
but I'm never like intimidated by
That's all
them.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Take a shower, bro. Come on.
Yeah, no, but they're honestly like super welcoming. Like it just depends. Like, yeah, I think Pacific, like the athlete culture at least, is like we all pretty much like respect each other.
I feel like I've noticed that too. Like when I was first here, I was pretty tough with COVID, because you never saw
You never
anybody.
saw anybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it seems like most sports are pretty well like kind of intertwined. I know SAC does like I remember when I
There's
was playing
buddy
football, the
teams.
buddy teams, they would do
Yeah.
stuff like that, and that's
Which
like that's
I don't
cool
really
stuff, but-
know who my buddy team is.
Yeah.
That might be on me.
I mean, like, I think is this volleyball? Yeah, I don't know. But I just think, like, yeah, there's beef no matter what because we all are fighting for, like, the same area to work out in. Like, we have, like, a literal box that is,
That
like,
is the
this
beef.
big.
That is the only beef.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
a field house that's, like, everybody wants to be in when it's raining, but then track
Exactly.
always gets pushed out to the track, which makes sense. We don't, like, really care about the rain. But, like... So it just, I think that's where most tension comes in. Is like there's not enough place for
space.
athletes.
Which
Yeah.
it's hard because it's a D3 school. We don't have unlimited
Yeah.
resources.
But we have a
unlimited
lot of
facilities.
athletes.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of
Like
athletes.
we even have like a thrower this weekend that like a baseball player was like walking and then she had to completely stop and now she has a rolled ankle so she can't like play this.
Oh, Autumn.
Autumn.
I
Yeah.
saw her.
Oh,
I saw her
no.
in.
I saw her in a
I
boot.
saw her in the.
Yeah, so Autumn's out for Saturday, which really sucks. But it's like we all share like such a small freaking
Wait.
space.
So what? How did she hurt her ankle?
She like was going. I don't quote me on this, but I know I am quoted on this. But like she was like going to throw, and then a baseball player walked in front of her, and she like
Oh, so
freaked
she
out because she didn't
stopped.
want to kill him with her
Right.
like.
With her jab.
spear.
Was it a jab or?
No, it was like a big heavy weight. I think hammer.
Hammer-
No,
hammer-
discus. It was discus.
Discus.
It
Oh,
was discus.
That
She
would-
didn't want to take his head off.
more
Yeah,
than a
so
frisbee.
Autumn almost killed a baseball player.
Oh,
No,
shit.
but no. So she like stopped her throw, and then she ended up rolling her ankle
Where
really
was that
bad.
at? Was
For
that
the
in
field house. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's like really shitty because like baseball needs to practice in there, track needs to practice in there, football's lifting at the same time.
Yeah.
Like,
I've seen
Lacrosse has been in there.
Yeah,
I've seen coaches on the
lacrosse.
phone like pissed about schedules.
Oh
like, about the
my
box.
God,
Like, the
they
box
get
has
heated.
caused so much.
and then when you're even on the field, it's like we're running, and then the soccer team's out there, and the balls are flying, or like lacrosse balls. Yeah, so people are always screaming at each other, and it's like we don't need to have this beef, but like
I get it.
I think
I
we
get
should
it.
take advantage more of that grass field.
in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like it. I don't want to practice there, but somebody can.
Build something there.
Or like just
Yeah,
even
but I
out
mean,
the
that's money.
It's also
and it's not, actually not owned by Pacific.
Exactly,
It's owned
it's
by the
city-owned.
city.
yeah.
Yep, so that's
so
good.
and
Yep.
like there's a lot of potholes though, and the grass is really thick, and
Yeah.
like it just like when you run on it, it feels like you're moving through mud. So
Should make it into a parking lot.
That could totally be made into like a practice field though.
It
Like
could,
if
yeah.
Pacific
I
like
mean-
bought it,
Turn this into a parking lot.
we should get more pockets.
That is so funny.
Yeah, I'm like, we should make it into a field. Yep, that's what we should do.
Yeah. well, sorry,
I'm sure
Autumn,
there's
shout
lots
out.
of reasons.
Get healthy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw her
we
in
love
the
you,
training
Adam.
room yesterday.
Well, We're into the middle of track season, and this
Mm-hmm.
was your last season
Yes.
at Pacific. So
Yes.
what is your outlook on this year, and then what's next? Because I think we know where you're going, but what are you doing?
Okay, so yeah, so we kind of talked about like how my freshman and sophomore year I didn't really run track,
Right.
so that's how I have 2 years of eligibility. So technically I'm in my senior year right now as a 5th year, so this is like my 4th year I'm using as track.
Okay, so this is your last year of eligibility.
Yeah, no,
No.
I have 2 years.
'Cause-
Yeah, so I have.
Oh, because the COVID year.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I have 2 years. So this is like, okay, I guess
Your
back it
junior
up.
year.
This is my junior year of track.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is my 3rd season running at Pacific, and I think it was really helpful that I didn't play soccer in the fall, which really sucked. Like I wanted to play, but just like wasn't smart, and I just like needed to focus on track to get better at track. So I didn't play soccer, so I just did track all in the fall. And I got a lot faster, actually. So I guess I should have listened to Ryan when he told me I would be faster if I didn't do
You
2
didn't.
sports.
I mean, soccer. I mean, there's no
It's
like
so
specialization, but
different.
you are.
Oh, it's so different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when I would go from soccer season to track season, I would be throwing up at track for like 3
Wow.
weeks. People are like, you're going to be so in shape. I'm like, it's not the same. It's so hard. Like,
It is a completely different
yeah,
type
the
of running.
only
Yeah.
way to get in shape for track is to do track. And like track helps everything else. Like it helps me in soccer season. It helps me, and it helps for basketball players. But like
Yep.
you cannot get prepared for track unless you're doing track. Like soccer did not help me for track whatsoever.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
It just
yeah,
ruined
'cause
my
you're
running
also
form.
not. I feel like a long distance runner, maybe just because you're running.
Yeah, but
all
even
game.
that, no. Like it's so different. So this year I'm gonna be a lot faster because I did all of my fall. Oh no, not the hat.
Can't go one episode of somebody
God
not
damn
falling
it.
off the table.
It's just part of it.
Yeah, it's just
High or
it's,
low on this 30 minutes.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
tradition. Okay, so this season, what are your goals to finish out?
Oh wait. First, I have a question. What's your favorite event?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I think it's really easy to like what you're good at. So my favorite event is the 400 hurdles because like that's what I'm best at. But if I could be super freaking good at one event, it would be the 100 hurdles, 100%. Like, but I'm just
100
not.
hurdles?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm not. I'm
Something like
5'3" and I can't do that. Like, I mean,
how high,
I could.
How high
I
are the
could.
hurdles
Uh,
at this level?
So at the 400 hurdles, they're all the way down,
Yeah.
and then the 100 hurdles are
100.
2 clicks up. Yeah.
So.
So like Allie Hammond, who's like 6 foot, just kidding. She's like I don't know 5'8". She's amazing. She's really she's a beast. Like
I'm always writing about her in the index when I'm looking
yeah,
at tracks.
she's
Like,
so
new
quick.
record.
Yeah, she's
Allie
awesome.
Hammond. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, and that's like what she's really good at is like the 100, 200. She's actually on our 4x4 team this year, so that's gonna be
Hell
fun. But yeah, I think for indoor, I just ran like a 59, and last year I ran a 61. So I like shaved off like 2 seconds indoor, which is like way better. And then for outdoor, my 400 goal is like a 57. So I'm gonna try to get into like the low 57s.
And why is there a difference, like,
Mm-hmm.
in time between the outdoor and the indoor?
Indoor, like first of all, it's like the very beginning of your like season, so like you're not at you're really like peak yet. You're still
right.
like rust busting, and also the
Rust bust.
It's a good word. It's a-
Yeah.
I've never heard that
Me neither.
before. That's going into the vocabulary.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Write that down.
Yeah.
rust
What
Rust
buster.
busting.
Rust busted.
Yeah, it's like rusting off. Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
Busting off the rust.
mhm.
That's a
that.
Gold,
Rusting up.
Gold Canyon kind of thing.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, we use it in track a lot. Like we call it like rust busters.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the first couple meets. But indoors also like depends on the track. It's like at Portland where we run a lot. It's 240. So it's a 240 like track.
Oh,
So and you're also running in a freaking hallway, bro. There's like 3.
I've seen the
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah,
of
there's
it,
3 lanes, and I ran an 800 there, and I thought my life was never ending.
What lane were you on?
I was like, oh my gosh, there's the finish line. And I see the finish line, I cross it, and I hear the bell ring, and I'm like, holy shit, I have another lap.
Another lap.
Like, I just saw Jesus in that
Yeah.
moment. I was like, no way, I
That's
still need to
crazy.
run. So yeah, there's 3 lanes. And then the 800 you cut in. I actually cut in like 100 meters too soon because I was looking at the wrong cone. So it's like you're turning the whole time. There's no straightaways for you to go super fast on, like, and you're just really tight. Like indoor is
Okay.
just like you run slower than outdoor.
Got it. That
Interesting.
makes sense.
So if I can drop a 59 indoor, that's like really good looking for outdoor season. Which like my outdoor PR last year was a high 60. So if I'm running 59 indoor, like that's good.
Man, you shaved off a lot of
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I have been doing a lot better this season.
Busted the rust off.
Yeah.
Yeah, got rid of that soccer thing.
Yeah, soccer, whew, goodbye.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So what's your goals to finish out the season as we wrap up our little interview here? What are your goals, and then take us into whatever's next year for you?
Okay, yeah. So this year I'm like doing the 800 more, which is like really cool. It's like a mid-distance type of race, and
Probably
then
the worst.
I'm doing that with the 4 hurdles. So I really want to win conference in the 4 hurdles because I won that last year, and I just like feel like I need to win it again. Like I don't know. And then make nationals. Like that's my huge like outdoor goal. So I need to run like high, like just 62 would like get me in the right spot, and then break the school record, which is
What's the school record?
63 for the 4 hurdles, which I'm gonna try to do tomorrow. So.
Okay. If you do it
Yeah.
tomorrow, then you
Yeah,
have to
that
do
would
it
be
later.
sick.
This podcast would be so dope, but
If you do it tomorrow, we'll put it like in the bottom. It's like she broke the record.
She did break
She
the
broke
record.
it.
okay, make sure you just cut this conversation.
She called
out.
the shot right here.
Doesn't work,
Hey,
yeah.
guarantee it for the
All your shot.
camera.
It'll be a fire
Oh
going
no,
to
this
break
is really.
Pressure's on.
Oh yeah.
clip.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to do that tomorrow. So if I don't, this is cut. And then our 4x4 team is actually looking really good this year. Like Annie Berry, who runs distance.
Didn't you guys break a record?
Yeah,
too
we
in
broke
indoor?
an indoor. We broke our school record. And then Allie Hammond, who does the 2 and the 1 and the hurdles. And then Angelica, who broke the school record with me for like the 400 open, and she's like a powerhouse 400 runner, and she like knows how to close really well. So like that's who.
Oh, she's your anchor?
Yeah, she's our anchor, and she's a beast at closing. And it's cool because we all have like our different strategies in running it. Like first leg is Allie. Because like she can like just start us off
starts you off
strong,
fast,
and then
yep.
second is Annie, and like you have to cut in, and Annie like is used to cutting in. It's like more strategic, and then third leg is me, and I just like am really good at like closing and like hunting down people, and then fourth leg
vocab. I love it.
is Angelica, because Angelica knows how to like just literally
finish it
drop
off.
the hammer and go. Yeah.
That's sick.
So our
Curb
4x4
stomp 'em.
team should have a really good like. In my opinion, we should place at conference. Like we could all go sub 60. So like. Which would break our school record too for our 4x4. So this year I think is a lot of really cool things
A
happening.
lot of stuff gonna
Yeah.
happen in Pacific Track.
I'm excited.
Yeah, and then what was your next one?
Well, yeah, what are you doing after this year?
Okay, I am using my last year of eligibility for track at Syracuse, so I'm gonna go
That
get
is
my
awesome. That's
grad
sick.
program. I'm gonna go for magazine news and digital journalism, so that's my master's program, and then I'm just running for my last year.
That's sick. You're gonna be are they the orange or are they the orange man?
The orange man, yeah, thing.
You're gonna be an orange woman.
Yeah.
There you go.
What are you running?
I'm hoping to run the 4 hurdles still, but I'm mainly like they kind of want me to do the 8 a lot just because it snows a lot there. So like we're in indoor, so it's really hard to like train for the 4 hurdles on an indoor track. But he said I could do both, like the 4 hurdles and the 8. So yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Well, Emily, thank you for coming on today. Thank
Of
you for
course.
Been a pleasure,
running from track
yeah.
practice and Phil Subs to get here.
Yeah, of course. I
Um,
smell like ham and turkey right now.
Since we've been talking about track, one thing Wednesday, if this is out,
Oh.
if this is out by the time the 20th, there's a race
Mhm.
going
Oh,
on between
yes.
a retired baseball player, Reed McFeely, and current track runner, Garrett
Stewart.
Garrett Stewart. My bad, Garrett. You're my boy. My bad. At the track, maybe a time. Let's get a crowd going. Emily's gonna be there. She said I'm gonna be there.
Wait, what
Wasim
time
will
is it
probably
at?
be there. We don't have a time yet.
Okay.
From what I know,
Sometime on Wednesday.
it's
They're
supposed to
running-
rain.
yeah.
Hopefully
Oh.
it doesn't.
It will.
hopefully it does.
But our boy
Yeah.
Reed has been blood, sweat, and tears to make this happen. Did he tell you he ate shit so hard the other day? training
No,
for
I
it?
wish I
Really?
would have seen that.
Dude, so did I. So do I. He shattered his phone completely. It was
Oh my
No way.
God.
yeah. Well, Reed, he slipped in the mud running like by the barber pole. He was running.
No,
He was running on the sidewalk.
That's hilarious. I've eaten shit over there.
Really? Well, that probably
Sidewalks
made
on
me feel better.
State, yeah.
Well, sorry to like
Don't
call
tell
you
him
out,
that.
Reed, but he slipped, fell forward, totally ate shit into the ground.
That'd be
I wish there was
interesting.
footage.
I
I-
hope Reed beats Garrett. Garrett's in his like 8th year at Pacific, I swear to God. So like someone needs to take down this grandpa.
That's
but
hilarious.
if I'm putting like votes, I think Garrett's gonna lose anything under 100, and then Garrett will win the 800. So
Yeah, they're running a 60, 100, and 800.
I feel
so, and you know what? Maybe we'll just
I
film.
feel like they should have made it. They should have been like a 60, a 2, and then
Mhm.
an 8. Like a 60 and a 100. I feel like that's too
it's
similar.
the same. Yeah. Like it's either you got that top speed like super quick, or you
Yeah.
don't. So we should actually tell them they need to change it.
Let's do it. You
I
heard it here
say
first.
Started here.
400. I say 8, 4,
Oh,
1. Really give them the work in the day.
That would suck.
should we just get a bunch of people? Oh, that's so sick. Well,
Yeah.
At the
see you,
track.
we'll see you guys Wednesday maybe. But well, Emily, again, thank you for coming.
Thanks for
I hope
having
you
me.
had fun.
I have just so much fun.
Anything to leave our audience with before we go?
No, run fast, I guess.
Run fast.
Run fast, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye.
time.
See ya. Thanks for all coming.